Hello and welcome back to the Adrian Project. Hello. Many thanks for choosing to click on my thumbnail and to watch my content. Very much appreciated as always. Okay, just as the central heating comes on, today's video, it's my latest book haul for the month of March in this fine year of 2021. So without further ado and due to jabbering, let's dive in. Okay, so first things first, we'll go on to Amazon for another couple of the Wordsworth classic books. And the first one up I bought for Claire, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. That's Wuthering with a U, not Withering with an I. Why people say Withering, I say it as well, but just like the Kate Bush song, it's Wuthering. Absolute classic story. You'll more than likely know it from the film versions, multiple film versions that's been on the telly and at the cinema. This is the classic Emily Bronte book. Claire's not read it, I've not read it. Really looking forward to reading the actual book. So there we go. It's all about the love affair with Heathcliff and Cathy. If you don't know the story, you're probably too young to be on here. But there you go, absolute classic to kick us off. And like I say, it's a Wordsworth classic, £2.25 on Amazon. And if you've got Amazon Prime, this is not an advert for Amazon Prime because I'm not sponsored by them. It's free delivery, so can't go wrong there. Okay, next one up, another absolute classic, Charles Dickens' The Old Curiosity Shop. Absolutely love Charles Dickens. Again, from Amazon, Wordsworth Classic, £2.25 for a book like that. If you don't know the story of the Old Curiosity Shop, it's the Old Curiosity Shop with its combination of the sentimental, the grotesque and the socially concerned, and its story of pursuit and courage which sets the downtrodden and the plucky against the malevolent and the villainous, was an immediate popular success. Little Nell quickly became one of Dickens's most celebrated characters, who so captured the imagination of his readers that while the novel was being serialised, many of them wrote to him about her fate. So that's how good a writer he was and how powerful the characters are. He'd not even finished writing the book and people wanted to know her fate. If you've read the book, you know what her fate is. So I'll just leave it at that. There we go. Old Curiosity Shop. Old Curiosity Shop. I'm in trouble with that word. Again, Amazon £2.25. Bargain. There you go. Okay, so next off, Poundland. And Claire bought me this one. Absolutely surprised. This because we've got two. There's a Poundland and a Pound World. There's something in Mansfield. The one in our local shopping centre has only just opened back up again, so she nipped in and managed to get me this. And it is Churchill's Grandmama, the story of Frances, the 7th Duchess of Marlborough. And just as a little side note, all you lefties out there, you've just got this whole Winston Churchill thing under your skin for some reason. If it wasn't for that great man, we'd all be speaking German now and saluting the swastika even today. And if I ever caught any of you numbnuts vandalising his statue, I'll definitely make sure that you'd be shitting paint for the rest of your life. So anyway, back to the book. This is the story of Churchill's grandma. This hitherto untold story of his great grandmother, It gives it immense pleasure and pride. With considerable insight, the author brings out not only her more formal achievements as Duchess, but also, very movingly, how her innate compassion and humanity produced a lifelong commitment to those in need. So, fascinating read. I love history books. Looking forward to read that one, and thank you very much, Claire. No surprise that one was. Okay, so from my usual Pound world, got this one, and it is God is an Astronaut, Alison Foster. Again, £1, brand new book for £1. Synopsis on the back of this: the day of the accident, Jess is in the backyard with a chainsaw, clearing a space to build a greenhouse she's always wanted. And as always, she's thinking of Arthur. Arthur, a colleague in the botany department, who has cut off contact, escaping to the subarctic to study pines. I'm struggling today, sorry about that. But now there's been a disaster, and her husband's space tourism company's front page news: one of their shuttles explodes, killing everyone on board. Jess's husband is implicated, and she knows there is information he's withholding from her. So, bit of a sci-fi twist to this, bit of a kitchen sink drama, I think. I think it does have humour in it as well. I initially picked this up for Claire, but again, I think I'm going to enjoy reading this one as well. If you read this book, let me know what you thought in the comment section below, as always. Okay, next one up. I think this one's a bit of a teen drama, but I read the premise on the back and I quite like what I read. And this is Unremembered by Jessica Brody. Story of this goes as follows: a catastrophic plane crash leaves one survivor, a girl with no memory. Who is she? Where does she come from? No one knows, and no one comes forward to claim her. Haunted by a looming threat she can't remember, and plagued by abilities she doesn't understand, she struggles to recall who she is. But every clue leads to more questions, and she's running out of time to answer them. So, does have vibes of Unbreakable. I think that was that a train crash, the Bruce Willis film. But I thought that's a bit sci-fi there. Fascinating read. I think it's the first one of the trilogy. So the next one is Unforgotten, and then the one after that is Unchosen. So I think it is aimed more at teens, but I think it's going to be a good read, that. And for £1, if it isn't, oh sorry, not the table, I do that every video on here, don't I? For £1, you can't grumble. Okay, next one up. This one definitely is sci-fi. This is Manhattan in Reverse by Peter F. Hamilton. Now this is a collection of short stories, all sci-fi based. I've not heard of Peter F. Hamilton before, but he's had good write-ups from what I've seen. And it says in here, from Watching Trees Grow and a murder mystery set in the alternative Oxford in the 1800s to The Forever Kitten and the questions of eternal youth and sacrifice required to pursue this. These stories deal with intricate themes, sociological issues, and take an intriguing look at what it is that makes us human. So, could be a theme running through all the stories, I'm not sure, but there we go. Peter F. Hamilton, Manhattan in Reverse, from the Pound Shop. Okay, so next one up. This was also from the Pound Shop. Great value. You need to get down there and look at their book section. This one is called Nucleus. It's by Rory Clements. It's a bit of a thriller, this one. It says it's for fans of Robert Harris, which I am. I like Robert Harris's books. So it's a secret so deadly, nothing and no one is safe. So, synopsis on the back. June 1939. England is partying like there's no tomorrow, gas masks at the ready, but the good times won't last. In Europe, the Nazis have invaded Czechoslovakia, and in Germany, Jewish persecution is rife. Close to home, the IRA has embarked on a bombing campaign throughout Britain. By far, the most far-reaching event of all goes largely unreported. In Germany, Otto Hahn has made the atomic bomb possible. German High Command fears that Cambridge's Cavendish laboratory could be close behind. They must discover its secrets before it is safe to wage war When one of Cavendish's finest brains is murdered, Professor Tom Wilde is drawn into the event's investigation. He unveils a conspiracy in which the fate of the world rests on the discovery of a kidnapped child. Can Tom Wilde discover the truth before it's too late? So, a bit of a gripping thriller there, set around the beginning of World War II. So like I said, if you like Robert Harris and you like those kind of thrillers, I do. I like to watch the films, so this could be another good read. And like we say, local pound shop, brand new book. There we go. And the last one I got from our local pound shop is this one. It is Parrot and Olivier in America by Peter Carey. Let's see if I can read this one. It says, Olivier is a French aristocrat, the traumatized child of survivors of the revolution. Parrot, the son of an itinerant English printer who always wanted to be an artist but has ended up a servant. Born on different sides of history, their lives will be joined by their travels in America. When Olivier sets sail for the New World, ostensibly to study its prisons, but in reality to save his neck from one more revolution, Parrot is sent with him, as spy, protector, foe and foil. There's narrative shifts between the perspectives of Parrot and Olivier and their picaresque travels together and apart in love and politics, prison and the world of art. Peter Carey explores the adventure of American democracy in theory and in practice with dazzling wit and inventiveness. So I think it's got a lot of humour in this one from what I read on the back. Peter Carey is another author I've not heard of, but for £1, when the RRP price for this is £18.99, you can't go wrong. Hardback book as well, so looks like it could be quite a humorous book, so I'm looking forward to reading that one as well. So these next books I actually got from work, so yes, I do spend a little more than £1 and £2 on my books. I don't mind if they're a good book. So here we go. The first one I picked up for Claire. Reading it, there are similarities to a book I have just read, and you'll see that in a minute, that it is An Orphan's Journey by Rosie Goodwin. It says on the cover it's a Sunday Times bestseller. I'll believe them if they want to say that. I might argue. So there we go. So synopsis inside: 1874. Growing up in extreme poverty in London, Pearl Parker thinks life can get no worse. But when her mother discovers there's yet another baby on the way, she knows hard choices will have to be made. Pearl's parents decide to send her and her younger sister Eliza to the workhouse, where they are forced into a new life of hardship and struggle. Pearl's hopes are raised when the workhouse offers her sisters a new life in Canada, and soon they are aboard an orphan ship transporting unwanted children across the seas. Pearl's hopes, their luck has finally changed when she and Eliza are both hired by a kindly Mrs. Forbes to work in her grand house. But when Pearl meets their mistress's bullying son, Monty, it's clear he will stop at nothing to make their life misery. Now, when I read that, I immediately thought of Clan of the Cave Bear, because there you've got an orphan in a new setting, and there's somebody there that doesn't want them there, and they're going to make their life a misery. And that sort of come forward 30,000 years into the future, and that's more of a parallel with this book. I say I bought it for Claire, but I think I'm going to enjoy reading that one as well myself. It's all around the 18th, 19th century. I do like historical dramas, so there we go. An Orphan's Journey by Rosie Goodwin. Have you read this one? Let me know in the comments what you thought. Okay, so next one up, we have Six Tudor Queens by Alison Weir, and this one is Catherine Howard. Now, what Alison Weir's done here, she's taken all the elements from history and dramatised the events around the true events, what happened. So that was terrible, do that again. Right, so next one up, we've got Six Tudor Queens, Catherine Howard, The Tainted Queen by Alison Weir. Now, Tudor period, me and Claire love the Tudor period. What Alison Weir has done here is she's done a dramatised event of all the events that happened around the time of Catherine Howard. This is a series of books that she's done. So this is Catherine Howard 1. So this is Catherine Howard the 4th. I think she was, wasn't she? Was she the 4th or the 5th? I can't remember, but here we go. Let's have a read. A naive young woman at the mercy of her ambitious family. At just 19, Catherine Howard is quick to trust and fall in love. She comes to court, she sings, she dances, she captures the heart of the king. But Henry knows nothing of Catherine's past, one that comes back increasingly to taunt her. For those who share her secrets are waiting in the shadows, whispering words of love and blackmail. The 5th of Henry's Queens, there we go, I know we get there. So it's the 5th. Alison Weir does know her subject. She has written many books about the Tudor period, factual books. So all the facts in here are going to be right. And she's done a dramatised version of it to make it a little more entertaining. Really looking forward to reading that one. Okay, next one up is another one from the Tudor period and another dramatised version of real events, and this is Execution by S.J. Paris. It says England 1586, 2 queens, 1 throne, a conspiracy to murder. So on the back we've got Giordano Bruno, heretic turned spy, arrives in England with shocking information for spy master Sir Francis Walsingham. A band of Catholic Englishmen are plotting to kill Queen Elizabeth and spring Mary, Queen of Scots, from prison to take the throne in her place. Bruno is surprised to find that Walsingham is aware of the plot and is allowing it to progress. He hopes that Mary will put in support in writing and condemn herself to a traitor's death. Bruno must go undercover to join the conspirators. Can he stop them before he's exposed? Either way, a queen will die. Bruno must make sure it's the right one. So again, dramatised version of historical events. Really love that period. Another great book. Really looking forward to that one. So I say, I got it from work. It's £4.50 there. The RRP is £8.99. So there are bargains to be had if you look around. Okay, just to let you know, if you are noticing jump cuts in my film, it is a conscious effort by me to cut out the sniffles. I know it's not great, but you know, it's something I've seen on my past videos, and I'm just trying to cut down the amount of sniffles. It's not nice, so that's why there's quite a few jump cuts. So just trying it out for this video to see how it works. Okay, so the last 2 books, and probably the most 2 important books you'll ever buy in your life. This is from Amazon. First one up is Partridge. We need to talk about Alan Partridge. This is his first book. The man, the myth, the legend. So Partridge, We Need to Talk About Alan is the memoir of Alan Partridge, the nation's favourite broadcaster. It is a work of heartbreaking majesty. Genuinely one of the best books of the last, 15 to 20 years. Partridge charts the highs, lows and middle hits in the life of one of Europe's most revered inquisitors. Alan Partridge, not for everybody. I think he's absolutely hilarious. Creation of Steve Coogan. If you don't know who Alan Partridge is, awesome book. It's got some awesome photos in here to go along with it. Really looking forward to reading that one. And finally, for my book haul for March, Partridge is like a bus. You wait for 1 and then 2 come along at the same time. Nomad. The funniest book ever written by Caitlin, said Caitlin Moran. Well, that's up to us to find out for ourselves, isn't it? So it says, streets pounded, a country crisscrossed, blood spilled, tears shed, laughter peeled, a dead dad honoured, a hero risen, a book deal signed. Using over 10% of all the words in the Oxford English Dictionary, Nomad charts one man's attempt to recreate a deeply personal journey made by his father some 40 years ago. Donning his boots, his Winchester and a high-end Arabian scarf bought in John Lewis's only days before they announced sale. Partridge sets off from his childhood home in Norwich to walk 160 miles in the footsteps of his father. That's trademarked. His destination, Dungeness Nuclear Power Station on the Kent coast, a place that held a special significance for the man he simply called Papa. So there we go, comedy again. Yeah, I love Alan Partridge, you hate him, I don't think there's any middle ground. Me and Claire absolutely love Alan Partridge. Again, loads and loads of pictures and words and pictures. Who remembers that? I do. So there we go, Alan Partridge, Nomad, and that rounds off March as book haul for this year. And that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed that one. Please remember, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to my channel. It'd be very much appreciated. And also don't forget to ring that little notification bell.